Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back for another episode of the Kitty Box. We told y'all we was gonna be consistent, and we are. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. Did you guys have a good week?
Yes.
I'm good. It was a busy week, exhausting, but
Very exhausting.
I had a pretty busy weekend. I went on 3 dates over the weekend.
Do tell. Give us
and she's glowing. She's glowing.
Oh, trust me, it's nothing good to tell. But
Oh wow.
basically, to keep it short, I was just joking around on my stories, and I made a post on Saturday because I didn't have anything booked or whatever for Saturday or Sunday. So I was like, "Hey, who wants to take me out to lunch?" And then I started.
I saw that post.
And I ended up with a date Saturday night, a date for brunch on Sunday, and a dinner date on Sunday. Needless to say,
Oh.
no, man.
Okay. Without saying too much and revealing who they are, what was wrong with each date?
All right, the first guy, he was a Latino guy. I didn't really know him. He followed me, but I didn't really know too much about him or whatever. So we just went out for drinks. We didn't have anything in common. The guy that I went out to brunch with, he was really cool. He had his eyebrows were super arched, and it was just.
You sure it wasn't Quan Child?
No.
But I couldn't like stop looking at it, and like I get my eyebrows cleaned from time to time, but it was like I was like, okay. That's and then I actually went out with a Caucasian man for dinner that night, and we went to a nice little French restaurant, and I was like, okay, he picked it out. At the end of the dinner, like they cleared my plate. I went to the restroom after the server cleared my plate, and when I came back, the check was on the table, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to see how you wanted to do the check."
Bitch, hold on, I had to adjust my earpiece. Say that one more again.
He said, "I just wanted to know how you wanted to do the check."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "You know what? I got it," and paid for the whole fucking check. I had never had that happen to me ever, and I've heard stories about that. You know, people splitting checks on dates and shit like that. But I specifically threw it out there. Who wants to take me out? You know what I'm saying? And you stepped your ass up and said that you wanted to be a part of it. So why, when the check comes, it's, oh, how are we dividing the check? I said, fuck you, bitch. I paid the whole check. And I'm done. And he tried to, like, hug me on the way. I was like,
In the words of Cat Poof.
Girl, poof. Because, I mean, that's just etiquette. You know, if I invite y'all somewhere, I pay. You know, that's just what it is.
I think Miss Chi Chi just frowned a little bit too, child, over here. She said, "Girl, please."
I mean, because that's just
I'm normally, y'all know, I'm always one to like pick up the checks and shit, even when I be out with friends and shit like that. But that time specifically, like I was expecting him to pay, and the fact that he did that to me,
because now I'm going to think, girl, did he pick out the fine dining restaurant because he wanted to chew for free?
I don't know what that was about.
He picked out the restaurant, did he not?
But see, and I was like, okay, damn, like he came correct. Like you obviously see like my page and like what I like to do, what I like to eat. So you know I like to eat good and I go to nice places and shit like that. So I was on board with that. But then when you pulled that stunt, I was like, I guess he was looking for us to go half and half. That's what I kind of took it as. But
and this is a white man.
And I had to tell him like, bitch, I don't even need that. Like, whatever.
What does he do for a living?
What'd you say?
What does he do for a living?
He is a football coach for a high school.
Daddy, you could have paid. You could have paid.
And then you said he was a white man, a Pink Panther?
Not a Pink bitch. What?
Yeah.
He should have been able to. Usually those white men have no problem covering the check.
Well, that's what I thought.
And you're eating fucking escargot and God knows what else, child, and these little ass portions, girl.
A roasted duck. Like I was being a material girl. You know what I'm saying?
I want Chanel not pearl.
But I'm saying, bitch, I got it. But and then he texted me talking about I had such a good time tonight, and I was like,
I bet you did.
Okay. It was
and then he texted me on Monday, and I just didn't respond. So that's a wash. So my whole weekend basically was. I would go out with the eyebrows again, just to hang out as friends, but not on no dates like that.
Girl, you might as well take that child to go archer somewhere, child, and shooting arrows and stuff, child.
Well, okay, even though their eyebrows are
Cute though. I might need
what
to
are they
see.
giving aesthetically? Because you know
I had to check. Girl, you see, I had to check mine to make sure they were still there, girl. Jesus.
Nice. All right, Wabi, how was your weekend? Enough about me.
It was busy. I did some scrubs for, Tika Naturals. I was in the lab working it out. That's really all I did. I worked out at the gym and I just chilled this weekend.
Speaking of Tika Naturals, can we get an exclusive? Like, what's an update on, do you have any new products? Are we close to like a premiere date? Because the girls are needing new products because I'm out.
Hashtag coming soon. If you guys are following the Instagram page at Tika Naturals, I have been giving little previews of things that are coming. I have a new body butter that I'm introducing. I'm only doing one this go around, but it's universal. I think everyone's going to love it. Honey Lavender Child. Hello, God. I have a new script. Well, they're not really new. They're favorites, and I just added some things to them to make them a little bit more zesty, honey, okay, for the skin, to make everyone feel good, cleansed, and wrapped up in love, child. I got some new lip balms I'm working on, and I'm introducing 2 new products, a hair oil and a body oil, child, that is to literally die for, honey, hello, God. So I can't wait for and some new face soaps.
Okay.
So that'll be
we don't have a launch date, but how soon can people start like pre-ordering or kind of like letting you know what they want?
I mean, y'all can email me at tikanaturals@gmail.com and you can inquire about some things. Some things I have made already, but like I said, within the month,
okay,
I will be fully stocked. But if you want to pre-order now, feel free to do that.
Yes, God. My weekend was cool. I've been working out, so my body is sore. And what I try to do is, because I'm trying to tone and just do a little bit of bulking. So every month I go up on the resistance. So I go up like maybe 5 or 10 pounds. That first couple of weeks, well, not a couple of weeks, like maybe like the first week, heals me. So I've just adjusted on everything. And it's tough. Like, it is tough, but I know that I'm building resistance, I'm building endurance, and but outside of that, just staying connected with the Kitty Box, just making sure that I keep it innovative and fresh, and that we keep adding new things to just keep an interactive feel, and that's pretty much it, I'm also recording new music too, because y'all know the third part of the trilogy is coming. But I'm recording new music officially now. So tonight I wanted to talk to y'all about like the algorithm and like YouTube and the numbers and how it's really affected creativity. And I was actually on the Neighborhood Talk, and I ran across an interview that what's that man's name?
Damon Dash.
Damon Dash and Shannon Sharp, they were talking, and Shannon Sharp was like, this rap beef, some rap beef that, he could be talking about anything because we always have a rap beef. Rap beefs that's going on, like we see Pop Smoke and Young Dolph, and we see so many of these guys fighting and beefing. What's going on and how do we stop that? To which Dame Dash responded, it's an algorithm that needs to be stopped. So the algorithm that's like, you look at the trolling and the beef and it pops up on your phone. YouTube should stop paying when people put up beefs. That algorithm needs to be stopped. Algorithms are controlling us right now. What do y'all think about that?
First, I want to define algorithm.
I was just about to say that. Let's define algorithm.
Yeah, let's define algorithm. So algorithm is defined as a process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, especially by a computer.
So, in layman's terms, you guys, everybody in the chat, algorithm is simply engagement. The numbers you get, the likes you get, the comments, the interaction, the engagement, the letting people know. That is your algorithm. And that's what keeps you on the explore page on Instagram, or in somebody's recommended on YouTube or what have you. That's how you stay on the home page on TikTok or whatever. All of that is an algorithm. And everybody's main focus now is to be a part of that train so they can get seen.
But now, mind you, in that definition, it said a set of rules that's programmed by a computer. So let's say, for instance, someone's programming that computer and only only spotlights certain types of content.
Amen.
So going back to your original conversation about the Damon Dash interview, if that's all, let's say YouTube, for instance, is putting in their top searches and they're going to put on the top, trending pages or what have you, that's what's going to trend most. Mm-hmm. Therefore, programming and also in a lot of ways social conditioning our society to adhere to those particular set of rules and standards set forth by God knows who, child, to make this thing more particularly popular than the other thing. Yeah. And it will trump everything else that may be good, positive, or even, way more powerful and more profound than what they're just going to spotlight and highlight. I mean, you know what I mean? So it can be a dangerous thing. It can be a blessing, but it can also be a curse.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think it could be like a blessing and a curse. I will say that the algorithm on Instagram has definitely helped me with my business a lot. But there are, as we all know, there are like constant changes to the algorithm. So I have seen like a decline in interaction based off of just posts. Because now the algorithm pushes more like reels and, they're trying to move into like a TikTok type of thing. So I have definitely seen the decline in like my interaction. And I see what people are wanting more. And like I said, that's a good thing, but it also can be a bad thing because now I only see certain types of information being pushed in my algorithm. I'm like, I'm not even a part of this, or this isn't something that I'm interested in. So I don't know the point of that.
Yeah. I mean, it can work to your favor, but I would beg the question, do you think the algorithm, let me just put it out there, do you think the algorithm works for or against minorities, particularly Black people, particularly LGBT Black people?
Definitely against.
That I'm not too sure. I can say I know for a fact on TikTok that more white, and we've seen this in the news, that they push more white content creators, and even YouTube, I'm sure as well. So I'm sure you guys will know about that being YouTube creator, whatever. But I definitely see more of a push with white content creators, and a lot of the shit that they're doing is shit that they copy from us. So Absolutely. It is like a slap in the face, and it does affect us. But as far as gay content creators, I'm not too sure about that.
Okay.
Obviously, that's my experience. I've seen it these past 8-something years doing YouTube, being a creator myself. There's an obvious difference in treatment between, our white counterparts and us, child. It's a mess. You'll see more successful white creators than you will Black on any given day. Remember when Vine was really big back then? Who was getting the most? You had a handful of us who were actually doing it and brought to the forefronts, but it was mainly the white creators, and it's in every avenue, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Instagram, whether it's just TikTok, like we just spoke about. Like, it's in every single thing, and it's very disheartening. The algorithm also not just bleeds through social media, it also bleeds through the real parts of life as well. We see that there's obvious racial disparities when we talk about mortgage loans and how Black people are treated unfairly. Assume that's right then a little option comes up, select your gender, select your race and ethnicity. Once you put Black on there, I think we talked about this a while back, there was an investigation done some years back, and come to find out, people were, they did an investigation, they tested it, and come to find out, once you put that you're Black on there, They saw that you were actually granted. You could have the same credit score as your white counterpart. You could have the same funds availability as your white counterpart. But the truth was, there was obvious disparities in how Black people were given higher interest rates versus white people. So next time you want to apply for a mortgage loan, just check that you are Caucasian. You're welcome.
I just, I remember the TikTok stuff clearly. I remember how the Black creators were so angry because they were creating the dances and the trendy videos, and the white people were copying it, and they were getting thrown into the algorithm, and they were getting famous, and they were getting all of the deals and stuff like that. I remember that, and they kind of pulled back from that, but I still, I still see more white people than Black, and I intentionally, like, I don't just scroll through now. I'm intentional in, like, if I like something, I like it.
Yeah.
It's not going to take anything from me to give you a heart, or even, hell, a comment. And they make it easy for you. I don't know about TikTok, but I know about Instagram. If you select that you want to comment, if you don't want to say anything, they give you a various, option of emojis that you can choose from.
And that's one thing that I had to kind of get over that. And this kind of goes with business and family and friends, I guess. And I've always heard that, like, your biggest supporters are going to be strangers. But that always used to annoy me that, like, people would just scroll. And I would actually see them doing this. And I'm like, why are you scrolling? You choose to follow these people. You choose to be friends with these people on Facebook. And you're just scrolling and you're seeing everything. And I'm going to just use myself for example. You're seeing everything that I'm doing, but yet you're not liking it. You won't throw a comment. And I'm like, that's what pushes people into the algorithm. And people just don't understand that shit. And I just have to keep telling myself, like, I don't give a fuck about likes. I don't give a fuck about comments, shares, and shit like that. But, I don't know, that's just me.
I had to stop it too. I really did. Mine was YouTube. Instagram I never really cared about. I would have a couple videos that would get, a couple hundred likes or whatever. But YouTube was where I was starting to, sink my roots in. And when I started, not being in the algorithm, I would have people who were subscribed to me and had their notifications on and say, Kat, why don't you post any more videos? And I'm like, I post like 3 times a week. What are you saying? They don't see it. They would have to literally search for me, or look for me through their subscribers or their subscriptions or whatever to find my content. And that would get under my skin. And then one day I just was like, wait, slow down, because I'm moving way too fast. I'm putting too much pressure on something that used to be fun. It was a hobby. Yes, I was making money from it, but it was never my primary source of income. It was never, my livelihood. This was always a hobby for me. Why am I doing something that I don't enjoy anymore?
One thing that I do know about Instagram's algorithm, if you don't like people's shit and you just keep scrolling, they will fall out of your algorithm. If you want to see it. So that may be the same with YouTube. These people will not be liking your videos or watching your videos. Mm-hmm. So you're just kind of falling out of their algorithm, and they just don't see you. So that may be something to consider as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are a number of reasons, but for me, it just came down to logistics. Why am I working so hard to watch this content, take my notes, do my videos, edit the videos, put them out, promote them, and X amount of people are watching? Like, it just didn't make sense. And I'm not losing anything if I don't. Mm-hmm. I'm still consistent with the kitty box and with the content that I do want to do. But if I just don't want to do it and it feels like a job, then I'm not going to do it. And I think taking that step back helped me to kind of like humanize the situation. It's no longer a need. There are people in this world where YouTube is like their everything. And it's so unfortunate because YouTube is not paying all their bills. Y'all are rushing home to watch, record, film, do all of this stuff, and it does nothing but burn you out. There's no balance at all. Go ahead, Wabi, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, like, that's another thing about the algorithm that I think is the curse. The people that are willing to conform to those standards will be willing to do anything for a Klondike bar, bitch. Like, these people will literally sell their souls, their bousse, honey, hello, God. We see a lot of that going on here. They will sell that mouth, girl. They will sell that peen just to make it happen, just for that like, that click, that view, just to become TikTok famous, child. And girl, please, they'll put on dresses, girl. They'll wear makeup, girl, just to sit there and judge a cat that can't sing. I'm just saying, though. What's that girl name? You know what? Let's not even go there.
Let's not even go there.
Mm-hmm.
Is Massa gonna sell us today?
Going back to what Damon Dash had mentioned, you guys find yourself going down those rabbit holes of like following the beefs?
Oh yeah, especially YouTube. I mean, yeah, YouTube and Facebook. Sometimes I will see something, I'm like, and I will spend all night connecting the dots and going through people's comments to get the whole story of people I don't know nothing about. Like, and that's one thing I can say. Like, I used to think when I was younger that I needed to be connected to certain people to always get the tea, but you don't. Just the dots will present themselves, and you just got to put them together. You can find out anything.
Going back to that shit that happened last week with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, like I was so annoyed by that, and how that was like the number one trending thing of the day is like this fucking back and forth beef. And did you see how it blew up into?
But I was just about to say it was Megan Thee Stallion, it was Tory Lanez, it was DJ Academics, it was Party, it was everybody just kind of like.
And I'm like, this, but we like, why are y'all so invested in this? But I don't know, and I don't get me wrong, like I like my fair share of bullshit ass drama or whatever. But when you're literally all day, you're watching everybody's post and taking screenshots to draft up and make videos. What is the point of that?
No, my thing is like with that, do what you gotta do your job. If reporting, the drama and the hot topics is your thing, go off. But my thing is like, what I loved about Danifa, and you too, YB, when you used to report on like hot topics, wait until the story fully develops. Because now you done put out 5 different videos about one topic.
And I literally see people put out like a 1.5 minute video just to, I guess, break a story.
The girls are putting out trailers for their videos. I saw on YouTube the other day, somebody put out a 30-second trailer of a video that was premiering the following day.
It's really gotten out of hand.
What are y'all doing?
But,
girl,
but on the other hand, it's like we said, it could be like a blessing. I mean, that can, bring people to your channel, that could, increase your viewership, push you further into the algorithm. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I guess just where I am mentally, this is just like, I don't have that energy to give.
Too much. My first introduction in being a content creator was reporting on other gay YouTubers. And when I mean, yes, the numbers were good. Yes, the interaction was good. But I was like, girl, like this is a lot. And the energy that you end up taking on with it as well, girl, please. So, in the words of Cat again, poof. Girl, I gotta get it together. It's a lot. It's draining. And
I'm gonna be a little messy here. Y'all remember like how we all kind of connected? Well, how y'all connected with me, at least, was through a certain web series, alleged reality show.
Not alleged.
But this past season, y'all remember I kind of fell off, and I was like, I'm over this, and I didn't even watch.
Yeah.
The LA version. I didn't watch that shit. I didn't even finish the last season of Dallas. I'm not interested in any of these shows, and I think we had this conversation recently. Like, it's too much negative, conflicted bullshit, and I just don't have that shit to give anymore. So people, and I see, I'm not even going to go there. People report, and it just makes my skin crawl when I when I come across that shit pops up in my fucking feed, and I'm like, bitch, I'm not interested in this shit.
But that's a part, again, that goes back to the algorithm. Algorithm is not only what you watch, It's what your friends watch.
Right,
So
what y'all,
if you're always liking my shit and I'm always liking their shit is gonna pop up in your feed.
right.
That's how, and then the drama, yes, you were probably over it. And yes, these shows, and I complain about it too. These web shows are giving us different characters playing the same fucking roles. I get it, but that's what algorithm, that's what trends, that's what people are watching. You try to pull out a numb your heart and get killed, and the girls are saying boring. I'm not here for it. You want views, don't you? You want success, don't you? So you can beat your chest and say, bitch, we ended the season with gave views. Because that matters now, right? Not the fact that the shit was watchable, digestible, comprehensible. You got XK views. And so you're successful.
And that's the trash part about that too, though. Like, trash gets all of the views. Meanwhile, true hard work and ingenuity and profound moments are thrown away to the wayside. Like, girl, please. Like,
girl, proof.
Some of these girls definitely need the Energizer Bunny in their life. They need Ayana to help fix that shit. And Tiffany Pollard to cuss their ass out when they need it.
Barbie, do you ever feel that you go down that, you kind of fall into that trap at times? Because I mean, you already know I got a conflict. At least once this episode. But like, I mean, because you have experience out in these streets. I've seen you, twirling down in the YouTube.
First of all, I don't twirl. I horse kick bitches. Okay, hello God.
For 5 hours.
But see, this is the thing though. Not for the sake of algorithm or likes, clicks, and views.
Yeah.
Only to stand up in what I know to be truth, so I can serve the justice that's needed, required, and desired on a raggedy ass bitch who tries it. Now the girl
no longer raggedy. That's all alleged.
I'm just across the board. This ain't meant for one specific situation or person. This is just across the board. Like, if I feel, even if I send a little light bullets first or whatever, if you fed into that and you come out against the doll, PTO, prepare the others, bitch. Because that broccoli is going to be done. That broccoli is going to be done. Wilted and dissolved. Hello, God. But, I try not to feed into, what me. I don't even, so much has happened in the course of the past few months. A lot of shit, hot topics. People are getting so many clicks and views. YouTube is paying the girls out. The cash apps are overflowing with abundance, honey, and limitless coin. But if I personally don't find it interesting, I don't talk about it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I know people get upset with me because I don't put out videos like that. But if I don't feel like it, girl, I will not be moved. I'm sorry, like, even if my subscribers say, hey, what if I don't find that topic interesting, or I'm girl, please, I'm good. I don't really care, because I feel like this. The ones to look to are the originals. And what I mean the originals, I mean people who have original content, original commentary, something that no one else is talking about is the things that I find interesting. Yeah. I don't want to talk about what everyone else and their fucking mother's talking about only for the sake of the click and the view. Because half the time, these people aren't even interested in some of the content commentary they're presenting on their platforms. They're just doing it because what's popular right now, and they know that's what's going to draw the traffic. But they don't really care. If I can't find myself invested into something on a different level than just, what I could receive from it, girl, please. That shit's tired, it's late, and it's through. Girl. In the words cat again, poof.
In the words of, I got 2 things to say. First of all, before I even say that, let me give you your flowers. Even in the sense of you getting in the minutia, getting in the mess of honey, following the rabbit hole, when you do bring it to your platform and it's somebody more than likely you're trying to bring those 2 parties together to reach a resolution. Like, so it's not really about like, let's keep the mess up, girl. Oh, he said this. Oh, she said that. It's about, girl, this is the facts. Now y'all face with each other. Are we going to agree to disagree or not? But we going to talk about it later, all out on the table. And we going to leave this live with the views and with an understanding that, we could, agree to disagree or be friends from this. The second thing I want to say is always hopping on every train leaves you with no substance. And in the words of the prophetess, Nicki Minaj, when you hop on every trend, you become faceless. So now you represent nothing. You just you're Cynthia Bailey, polyester brown. Put that in a dryer and just go. You know,
Bitch, you gone with the wind, but not
gone with the
fabulous.
wind, fabulous, because you don't stand for it. You're not rooted.
Another thing, like hearing you say that, I notice a lot of people on social medias, they're always starting these different businesses, and a lot of them are trendy, like teas and different vitamins and just
If I see another young, hold on, real quick, I'm sorry. If I see another a bitch out here doing yoni soaps and stuff like that and showing the girls how to sprinkle it on their pussy, honey, girl, please.
That's the thing. It's like y'all trying to hop on shit just because it's trending and just to get a quick money run. But like you said, those people become faceless, and you have no substance. Like, what are you really about?
Mm-hmm.
Can't put anything, any type of value to you, because I'm like, I don't know what this bitch really is about. Especially every few months when you're coming out with some kind of new business venture that you're doing.
Shout out, girl. You know what? I ain't even gonna go there because something, girl. I can step on her neck all day long, and I'm not gonna do that because that broccoli's been done.
Reminds me of
Lauren England.
No.
Oh, he's one of them. Like, you're always.
I couldn't find my allegedly sign fast enough, so I just grabbed the first thing I could see to come in my face. But it reminds me of the girl who's finna pop out with these income tax cards that's gonna be gone by May. Like, you buy something, you're not really about that life, and you can't really live up to what you're trying to do.
You said income tax cards?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. The girls are gonna grab some income tax cards around now. They're gonna paper tags all over Texas right now. Come May, girl, can you pick me up? What's your Uber code? Cause girl, you ain't got no damn car. Cause Tommy, you never had a damn job. So I just want to walk away from this conversation with everybody understanding, especially people in the chat. Success is great, numbers are great, but don't lose the art of why you did this in the first place.
It's a mess.
What got me was when he tried to play it off like. We heard it.
What was that?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Kat, and I had to close this episode off the right way. Fortunately, we got carried away with this conversation. We are all content creators in our own right, and we talked for over an hour, guys. And I don't want y'all to have to sit for that long. So this is going to be a 2-part episode. So no bring it to the box, no kitty club combo, which we are changing to kitty mail, and I explain it in part 2. None of that this week because we're going to give you that next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You know where to find us. You know where to follow us. We love y'all for watching and see you next Saturday.